Hello. Wow. I really did a number on my thumb. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Groovy Goat Hunter. Not just any Groovy Goat Hunter, the Groovy Goat Hunter. I am in my garage, and man, I have been crushing rocks. I've had this, I won't even call it pay dirt. It's gold ore. It's 25 pounds of gold rock ore, and it's been sitting in a bucket since I think January. And yeah, I've been trying to break that down and get my rocks down to where I can actually put them in my rock crusher. What a pain. But that's not why we're here. We are here because we have a pay dirt review, and this is one I just did about 2 months ago, and I decided to get them again because I've only gotten them one time, so let's do it again. I'll show you what we got after the intro. So we have another pay dirt review, and it is from Carolina Prospectors. And look at this bag. It's like a little sausage. Little skinny sausage bag. This is 2 pounds of pay dirt that's guaranteeing 1 gram of gold plus or minus. So let's put it in a bowl and let's take a look at it. Here is the pay dirt. We're going to open it up. Like I said, just a Ziploc bag, super easy to get it open. This is pretty moist. This is not dry, so I'm going to probably have to squirt some of this out.
Naughty, naughty.
But yeah, that same familiar type of pay dirt on the eastern gold belt, that Georgia / North Carolina, South Carolina gold belt. Not a whole lot of dirt, but a lot of sand and quartz. So there it is. I'm going to have to squirt the rest out, but I don't want to put it in here because I want that to dry out. I don't think I need to classify it too many times. It's all pretty similar material as far as classifying is concerned. But yeah, right now it's wet. I want to dry this first before we get into it, so I will do that right now. While that's drying, I'm going to squirt water in the bag and try to get the rest of this stuff out. Put it in a pan. I think I got every bit of it out. So there's the bag right there. We'll put that to the side. This has got a ton of shiny stuff. A lot of mica. I'm going to go ahead and pan this real quick. You want to come over here and pan it with me? Let's go. Doing this kind of unorthodox, but we'll do it nonetheless. Oh my goodness. Let's do it from the sides. I don't have enough room right now, so we'll just take this from the side view and we'll do a quick pan of this. I don't know if the camera can catch all this shiny mica, but it's in there and it's a lot. All that is glitter. I think we actually got a couple pieces of gold, guys. I think that right there is a piece of gold. Let me get my magnifying glass and look at it. Holy crap, that's a piece of gold. Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 pieces of gold in here. So I'll just go ahead and suck them up. I'll show them to you. Look at that. 4 pieces of gold. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the first time I've ever gotten gold from cleaning out the pay dirt bag. So we've already got 4 pieces and I haven't even dried that stuff out. That's the first. 4 pieces of gold that was stuck to the bottom of that bag. Kind of makes you wonder if there's any more in here. I'm going to squirt the rest out just to make sure. So let me just pan this back real quick. Do a quick tap. Make sure there's no more gold. Is that another piece? I think that's another piece right there. It is. I gotta suck that up. That's another piece of gold. It is the next day. I wanted this stuff to completely dry out, so I stuck it out in 150-degree weather to dry this stuff out. That way I could classify it better. So let's pan down and take a lookie at it. And I'm going to start classifying it with my classifiers, obviously. I think I said yesterday that I've got some gold ore that I've been crushing, and I've started on it a little bit today, and look at what happened to me. I didn't even hit my thumb with the hammer. I was crushing the gold ore and I was holding on to the pan that I had the rocks in, and when I hit it, it caused the pan to hit my thumb, and it hit it so hard that it is now purple. That's a first. I've never smashed my thumb without actually hitting it with a hammer.
Dumber than a second coat of paint.
All right, we're going to start with the quarter mesh because I do see some not big rocks, but some bigger rocks. We'll see what we get out of there. Good Lord, I stuck that in 100-degree weather all day long, and it's still not completely dry. Not much, so that was kind of pointless. Probably shouldn't have done this tonight. So since there wasn't a whole lot in there, we'll start with the 10 mesh. Let's just do that. And I'm not going to show you the whole thing. I'll just do a little bit, and then I'll show you the results afterwards. So there's the 10 mesh and the 1/4 inch. I just combined it because there wasn't that much in there. We are done with the classification. It actually took me a couple of days to classify it. Here is the classes right here. I only got 5, so this should be quicker than my normal videos. Starting with my +10 mesh, followed by the 20 mesh, the 40 mesh, the 60 mesh, and then all of that is the -60. There they are. We're gonna start low and go all the way up. Let's start with the -60 right now. Overhead. I've got a board underneath my bin because this table kind of leans that way a little, kind of leans down. So I wanted to keep my water even. So as you guys saw earlier, I had some pieces of gold that were stuck to the bottom of the bag. They were flowery gold, so there's a good possibility that I'm going to see some flower gold in this -60. And as usual, I'll stratify this and pour out all the dirty water, so I try to keep my water as clean as possible. All right, let's go ahead and pan this. I didn't want to put too much in there because I wanted to see exactly what I was getting. I don't know if the camera can catch it, but there is a lot of glitter going on. But that's typical. It's typical of Georgia, North Carolina, Alabama pay dirt. There's a lot of mica in those areas. All right, this should be good enough. We're gonna do a quick tap. Oh, wow. Look at all of that flower gold. That's a first. That really is a first for me. I've never had this much flower gold in this type of pay dirt. Wow. So I think I got it cleaned out. Looks pretty clean. And there it is. Bunch of flower gold right there. So I'm gonna suck it up with the same snuffer bottle I sucked that stuff up from the bag. So here is the rest of the -60. I just went ahead and poured the rest of it in. I'm gonna stratify it really good, and then when I'm done stratifying, we'll pan it. So I think that's about as good as I can get all of that stratified, get all the dirty water out, start panning it. That's going to be good enough. I'm starting to see a lot of gold. Wow, look at all that. And I'll show you that little line of gold. Again, lots of flower gold right there. Suck that up. +60 right here. Do a little bit. Yeah, that -60 was going to definitely be my most difficult pan. This should be a little bit easier. I'm betting that I will still see some flower gold because that pay dirt was kind of wet, so I don't think all of that gold was able to get classified down to where it's supposed to be. So we'll go ahead and start panning this. Good enough. Let's pan this back real quick. Lots of flower gold. My gold's wanting to run with the black sand, so let me stop and show you that. A lot of gold. Super small flakes or super big pieces of flower gold, however you want to look at it. All right, so I'm going to run my magnet through this. Normally, there's not a whole lot of magnetic material in this pay dirt. It's not a ton, but more than usual. Yep, no go. All right, but we got those magnetics out, so it should be a little bit easier to pan that gold back, or pan the tailings back and get the gold. We'll do this in threes. This is my second pan. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised about the flower gold. It's just every time I've bought pay dirt from places in Carolina and Georgia and Alabama, I've never seen flower gold. Maybe 1 or 2 pieces, but not that much. However, I did go to the Alabama gold camp, and when I was panning and high banking there. Even the stuff that I brought home, there was not a lot of flour gold, but I was seeing more flour gold than I was seeing anything else. Be good enough. Quick tap. More fine gold. So there it is. Bunch of gold. All right, we got all of it. So one more and we're done with the plus 60. There it is. I'm going to stratify it real good. Be right back to pan it. Quick tap, and yeah, another nice amount of gold right there. All right, so there is the remaining bit of that plus 60. Again, lots of gold. Too little and too many to count. And I'll definitely repan all of this again. I wasn't expecting all this flour gold. All right, let's drop my pan and move on to the plus 40. It is plus 40 time. I'll sprinkle a little in there. I didn't do the magnetics. I probably should have, but probably will not be that much as far as magnetics, so I'll let it slide this time. That's good enough. Quick tap. Oh, there we go. All right, and there we have it. About 20 pieces. All right, next batch, here we go. About another 20 pieces. All right, last bit right there. And yeah, let's stratify. Stratifying done, now let's pan it. Quick tap, and there is about another 20 pieces. All kinds of gold. Suck that up and we are done with the 40 mesh, and we will move on to the 20 mesh. And here it is. I think it's pretty safe to do more than a little. There's a big old rock right there. How did that get through? Quick tap. Yes, we got, looks like 3 or 4. Actually, we have 3 or 4 pieces. I don't know what that is, but that does not want to pan back. And we've got a super duper small, tiny piece of flour gold. We got 4 there and 1 little bitty one. Since there's a chance of some small floury gold, I don't want to put too much in the pan. Yeah, I'll probably buy another bag from this. I like this pay dirt. The fact that they have all of that stuff that they sell as well, like panning equipment, mining equipment, dredges, all that good stuff. But their pay dirts I really like too. And I'm probably going to get one of their bigger bags the next time. I don't know how big they go though, so I'll have to look on the internet. All right, that's good enough. Quick tap. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of flour gold. Wow. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can certainly see it. So there's 6 pieces of flaky gold, but then there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 10 pieces of super fine floury gold with it. That's why when I classify my pay dirts, I really like to do it when it's completely dry. I don't like it wet. I can wet classify it, but it gets pretty muddy and pretty funky doing it that route. I just prefer to do it completely dry. Awesome. All right, one more and we're done with the 20 mesh. So yeah, since that one had that much flour gold, this one should as well, because you can see all of the smaller material breaking off of the bigger material that was still stuck to it. All right, that's good enough. Let's get to panning it. Try to shake all my gold to the bottom. But yeah, I will definitely have to repan all of my tailings when I'm done with this pay dirt, because I'm sure there's some flower gold that I've missed. I hear a nice piece of gold in there. I could hear it scratching up against the plastic of my pan. I don't think that's a rock either. Let's pan it back. Quick tap. Huh. So it must have been this little piece right here, because that's a pretty thick piece. It's not big, but it is thick. That's what she said! So there it is. Just 2 pieces of flaky gold, but there is, again, 1, looks like 2, maybe 3 super fine pieces of gold in there as well. So we'll go ahead and suck that up, and we are done with 20 mesh. We got 1 more to go. We still have my 10 mesh. There should be some in there, because I'm looking at my snuffer bottle, and I would say that is about not a gram. I would say maybe half a gram. We should still have another half a gram to go. So we'll find out when we start panning this right here, my 10 mesh. Be right back. Last bit right here. We can do this one in 2. I want to make sure I get anything that looks like quartz or is quartz out as well, because I like re-crushing that. All right, so I got most of it out, but I am going to go ahead and pan into a pan just so I can catch some more quartz. And I don't want this bigger material in my smaller material, so when I repan it, I won't have to worry about bigger rocks dragging out any flower gold when I repan it all. I'm not being very aggressive, because if there is any flower gold on this, I don't want to lose that. Let's tap it back. Oh no, no gold whatsoever. Okay, well, I wasn't expecting that, but we still got 1 more to go. This is all we've got left. I'll pull the quartz out of that. I'm gonna be very surprised if there's no more gold in here, and I don't see any right now. So did I already get all of my gold? Let's pan it back. Guys, there is no more gold. Well, I say that, there is some gold, but it's very small, very flowery gold. So yeah, there's like 20 pieces of super flowery gold, all right there, but no big chunks of gold. Yeah, guys, I'm kind of shocked that I didn't get any gold out of that 10 mesh, because when I looked in my snuffer bottle, I mean, it's very small gold, so I'm sure since it's all packed together that it's probably weighs more than it would normally look like it would weigh. But yeah, there it is right there. That's the gold. And all I can do is clean it up a little bit, dry it, take it upstairs, weigh it, see what we got. So yeah, I'm going to do that now. I will see you guys up there. All right, let's look at this gold. Let's weigh it. Let's see what we got here. At first glance, it does not look like a gram, but it's all super duper small, so I'm thinking that it will end up being a gram. We will not know that until we put it on the scale, so let's do that right now. Got my scale on there. Let's put the little pan, whatever that thing's called, my little tray. We will zero this out. Here is the gold. Let's start dumping it in and see what we got. Uh-oh, we did not get a gram of gold. We are short. Okay, so here is the thing about this place. Now, there probably is a few small flakes of some flower gold still in that. So before I even go back and get a value, I'm going to repan every bit of that stuff and see if there was any more gold. All right, guys, sorry. We are on the gold calculator, and I'm going to go ahead and put the number in that I got this first time around. 0.936 grams of gold. We'll call it 24 karat natural placer gold. Gold prices are at $2,325.02. We'll calculate $69.97. Now, let's go to the percentage calculator and put that in. $69.97. Now this is where it's tricky because I've already done one pay dirt review on this. It was supposed to be 1.4 grams and I got 1.402 grams. The original bag that I bought on here is no longer on there. I do not see a 1 gram bag. I do, however, see a 2 pound 0.85 gram bag right here. That is for the exact same price that I paid for the 1 gram bag plus or minus. So I paid $75 plus shipping, which ended up being $8.97 for shipping. The total on that was $83.97. So we'll put that in, we'll calculate that to get the percentage. Okay, 83%, still not bad. But this is where they get you. Or this is, I'm not going to say they're going to get you on it, but when you look at the description here, it says pay dirt bag 2 pounds 0.85 grams plus minus. Every one of these says plus or minus, plus or minus, plus or minus. So they're telling you that you're going to get plus or minus a gram, plus or minus 0.85 grams, plus or minus. They're not guaranteeing you a set amount. They're saying, well, it's going to be somewhere around that amount. So when I got that 1 gram bag, it was plus or minus 1 gram. I got minus, obviously, so it ended up being 0.936 grams, but still 83%. It's not bad.
The next morning.
Okay, so I've already repanned everything. I did get some more gold, and it came out to be 0.948 grams of gold, so about 1/100th of a gram more. So it actually jumped it up. But here's the other thing too. Gold prices were cheaper yesterday than they are today. Now their prices are at $23.32.20 instead of $23.25, I believe is what it was. So when you calculate, it's actually $71.08. And then when you look at percentage calculator, it actually bumped it up to 84.6. So I still didn't get 1 gram. I got a little bit less, but I did repan it. I got the rest of the gold out. So there is the absolute no doubt about it total for that gold in the Carolina Prospector's pay dirt. The other thing that surprised me from the first bag that I got, I didn't get any flour gold. It was all small flakes and pickers and even a little small nugget. Now it was 1.4 grams, but I didn't see any flour gold. And this right here, yeah, there's a ton of flour gold. As a matter of fact, it's all pretty much flour gold and small flakes. That surprised me more than anything. Thank you guys for watching this pay dirt review of Carolina Prospectors, the not so guaranteed 1 gram bag of gold. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, also the like button and share button, the notification bell. That way every time I put out a new video, you guys will know about it. I will see you on our next review, and until then, peace and love, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.